Hello dear students, I am Dr. Sanjay Pagar, Associate Professor, Department of Geography. Dear student, I welcome all of you in this online lecture series on behalf of Maratha Vidya Prasar Samajas, Charity Arts, BH Commerce and AM Science, popularly known as KTHM College Nasik. Dear student, this is our SYBSc Geography class, semester 4, and the title of our subject is Environmental Geography Part 2, and the subject code of this subject is GG241. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss our fourth chapter or topic, that's environment impact assessment, and today we have a subtopic for discussion, that is aim and objective of environmental impact assessment. Dear student, in previous lecture, we have discussed detailed information about the nature and the scope of environmental impact assessment. Dear student, for today's lecture, we have study objective or learning objective, that is to discuss aim and objective of environment impact assessment. Dear student, you know that environmental impact assessment is an important decision making tool because it providing the information on the environment consequence for decision making. You know that for the decision making, some basic information is very important, and that information we can able to extract or get from the environmental impact assessment process. Especially I am talking about a project related to the development. It may be the construction of dam, it may be the construction of the bridge, or maybe multi purpose project, or maybe the thermal power house or the nuclear power plant, or maybe anything that related to the development. So in this regard, if you want to take a final decision whether this project we should continue or not, so that purpose for taking the final decision, maybe the any planner of any government, or maybe the any political party, or maybe the NGO, or maybe the anything or that related to the decision making body. So each and everybody would like to take a final decision, but for that purpose the basic information is very important. And when we are taking the final decision about the economic development project, or maybe the any other development project in this regard, the basic information is very important, and that basic information we can able to get from the environmental impact assessment. Therefore it is known as a very important tool for the planner and the decision maker. Dear student, you know that the environment impact assessment is a systematic and the integrative process, because when we carried out this process, that time we can carry out this process step by step. When we complete the first process, then we move toward the second and third and so on, and up to the final report we can carry out this process step by step. And one thing is very important, it is an integrated process. Means what? The numbers of the things are correlated to each other, and when we take the analysis or the assess this project, that time we consider all these things at a glance as a together as a part of the one system, and then we take the decision. So therefore this process is known as a very systematic and the integrative process. Then another important things about the environmental impact assessment, that is it is a very useful or promote environmentally sound and the sustainable development. Dear student, this is a really very important things about the environmental impact assessment, because if you want to continue the sustainable development for particularly for the future generations, that time the sustainability of the environmental balance is very important. Resources, use of resources is very important, and when we carried out the any development project, that time we use the number of natural thing or the part of the natural environment, or you can say the resources, but you know that the numbers of the resources are very limited. I am talking about the, for example, the fossil fuel like a coal, or maybe the mineral oil, natural gas. These things are very important for the development project, but you know that this is the non-renewable things. This when we use it, then immediately it ends. So the storage, whatever the available we have on the Earth's surface, that are limited. So therefore, when we use the various energy for the development project, that time, so for the future generation, we also take consider about that thing, because if we utilize all the available resources, definitely the next future in next generation is not able to use them, because they definitely going to face the problem of the shortage of the natural resources, just like I just mentioned about the non-renewable resources. So in this regard, if you want to continue the sustainable development, we want to fulfill the need of the next generation. So for that purpose, we have to carry out the any development project, that time we keep in our mind that sustainable development is very important. If you want to make a sustainable development, if you want to keep the environmental balance, so that time we have to analyze, we have to assess this project very properly, and we can highlight that yes, this project is not harmful for environmental balance, or this not harmful for the sustainable process. Then we can able to finalize this process, finalize this project, and we can continue this project. So in this regard, this is very important things. Dear student, you know that the aim and objective of environment impact assessment can be divided into the two categories. The first category is the immediate aim of environmental impact assessment, and second is the ultimate, means long-term aim of the environmental impact assessment. Let us discuss both type of this objective, aim and objective, one by one. First, let us discuss about the immediate aim of environmental impact assessment. The first very important aim and objective, that is to improve the environmental design of the proposal. This is very important. Means we have to construct the design of that project in such a way that there should not be any side effect, negative effect, or the harmful effect on the environment. If we are able to do this, then definitely we can continue that project for a long period, or maybe you can continue, we approve this project. But see, so for that purpose, what is important? We have to improve the environmental design of that proposal. Means we construct a proposal in such a way that there should not be any side effect on the environment, natural environment, or maybe the other environment, various factor of the environment. So this is a very important, the basic and the main and the major aim and objective of environmental impact assessment. Second is that to ensure that resources are used appropriately and efficiently. That is very important. You know that the each and every development project directly or indirectly depend on the various resources. It may be water, it may be soil, it may be the forest, it may be the mineral, or it may be the other human resources. So see, if you use these resources properly, appropriately, efficiently, then definitely we can able to continue the sustainable development for the completion of the need of the future generation. But if you use them, if you do the misuse of that resources, or exploitation of the resources, or use of resources, careless use of resources during this development project, then definitely then next generation, or maybe the shortly, we are going to face the problem of the shortage of the resources. Just I mentioned about the, it may be the soil quality, it may be the air quality, it may be water availability, it may be the forest, or maybe the mineral resources. All things, these are things very important. So therefore, the main, the second important objective of this environmental impact assessment is what? We ensure that resources what we are going to use for the development project, that we have to use appropriately and efficiently. There should not be any useless things, or we have to use them very carefully. There should not be any wastage of the resources. There should not be any damage of the resources. There should not be any pollution or the over exploitation of the resources. Then we can able to continue this development project for a long period. So that is why this is very important. Third important is to identify appropriate measure for mitigating the potential impact of the proposal. That is very important, dear student, because you know that the we have to identify the appropriate measure. Means if you want to utilize the whatever the resources we have, the capital we have, up to their optimum level. If you are not able to do this, then definitely the intensity of the that problem might be increased in the future. So in this respect, the use of these resources, all whatever the things we require for the development project is very important. So this is also one important objective of our environmental impact assessment process. Then next important is to facilitate the informed decision making in thinking of the environmental terms and the condition for the implementing the proposal. So this is a very important. Dear student, you know that there is some rules and regulation led by the environmental ministry of the government, or maybe the Supreme Court, or maybe the at the international level also, or maybe the various the NGO or make some rules and regulation for conducting the development process or development project in any part of the world. So when we construct or carry out the any project, or we design the any project, environmental or maybe the economic development project, that time, so what are the rules and regulation laid down by the local government or that particular court or maybe the any NGO, so that we have to follow. There should not be any side effect on the biodiversity of that particular region, the environmental condition of that particular region, or maybe ecological balance of that region. That is very important, and this is also very important aims. So without fulfilling this aim, we are not going to complete our environmental or our economic development project. So therefore, this is very important. We always keep in our mind that whatever the rules and regulation related to the biodiversity, related to the environmental quality, related to the ecological balance, related to the environmental balance, that we have to keep in our mind. And on the basis of to conserve all these things, we have to protect all these things, and then we have to construct or design a project in such a way there should not be any side effect on the environment. So therefore, the rules and regulation, terms, condition, whatever given by the as per the guideline of the government or the guideline of the NGO, as the guideline of the international level, that we have to follow. This is also very important aims and objective. Now let us discuss some ultimate or the long-term aims and objective of the environmental impact assessment. The first, very important, again, to protect the human health and safety. That is very important, because you know that we carried out all these development project for the well-being of the human being, to fulfill the need of the human being. So if we are not able to protect the human health and the safety, then this development is totally useless for the human society, for the human being. So therefore, this is a very important objective, to protect human health and safety. And if you are able to do this, then our project can be success. That is, therefore, this is very important, to protect human health and safety. Second is to avoid irreversible changes and the serious damage to the environment. That is also important. So when we carry out this project, that time there should not be any serious damage for the environment. So always the environmental balance we have to keep always and continue in the future also. So there should, I repeat again and again, that there should not be any side effect, negative effect on the environmental balance, environmental condition, because this is very important for the ecological balance, for the even for human being also. The human health is totally depend on the ecological balance and the environmental balance. If we continue our development project and if you not take care about the ecological balance and environmental balance, then definitely it should be spoiled. It should be the create the threat to the environmental balance. Therefore, this is also very important objective about the environmental impact assessment. Then we have the third, very important, to safeguard valuable resources, natural area, and ecosystem components. So dear student, you know that the ecological balance is very important. So we are, even the human being is also one important part of the ecosystem. So if we are talking about the ecosystem balance, then the role of the plants is very important. Plant play a very important role in ecosystem as a producer. Then we have the consumer, maybe the birds, animals, even the human being also one part of the consumer. It may be the primary, secondary, tertiary, and numbers of consumers are involved in the ecosystem. And again, the microorganisms are also very important. They also play as a decomposer part in the ecosystem. So each and even the biotic factor, like abiotic factor, is also very important. Maybe the soil, maybe the mineral, maybe the light. Everything is very important. Biotic, abiotic, both factors are very important in the ecosystem. So therefore, this is very important to protect all the component of the ecosystem is a major thing. So if you not care about this thing, we avoid to care about this thing, then definitely ecosystem will be collapsed, and that will be also indirectly impact on the human health and the survival of the human being. So therefore, when we carried out the run any development project, that time we keep in our mind that safeguard of the resources, natural area, or the ecosystems component is very important. The hotspots of the biodiversity is very important. If you're not able to protect the hotspot of the biodiversity, then definitely it will be the create a great obstacle in the development of the human being. So therefore, in this regard, this aim is very important for the environmental impact assessment. Then another important is to enhance the social aspect of the proposal. That is very important. Dear student, just I mentioned about the ecological component, ecological balance or the environmental balance. In the same way, we always keep in our mind the social aspect of the proposal, because when we carried out or the run any development project, that time there should not be any negative impact or harmful impact on the society or the social life of the human being. If you not able to protect them, then definitely the development project will not be useful for the human being. So this is also very important aim and objective, that when we carried out or the run any project, that time we have to take care about the social aspect of the proposal. It should be the useful for the society also. There should not be any damage or to the social life of the human being. So if you keep in all these things in your mind, then definitely we can able to continue development project in such a way that definitely going to useful for the human being and also for the environment. So dear student, this was about the today's lecture. In this lecture, we discuss about the aim and the objective of the environmental impact assessment. So thank you. Goodbye.